And leading the paper tomorrow is yet another profile of the alternative Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese. The headline is "I'm more Hawke or Howard and less Shorten," says Albo. Anthony Albanese is pledging to end Labor's class and climate wars, govern in the style of Bob Hawke and John Howard if elected, and put the cost of living and wages growth at the centre of Labor's economic policy. In a rerun of former Labor leader Kevin Rudd's 2007 promise to be a fiscal conservative, it is a sharp rebuttal of the platform that Labor took to the last election in 2019. The opposition leader is seeking to assure the business community that he is pro-enterprise and will seek a new accord with unions to grow the economy and lift productivity. Olivia, Caisley, is this just Kevin 07 but in 2022, or are we just seeing the complete and utter removal of any type of differentiation between the two parties?
Oh, look, maybe a bit of both, actually. I mean, this is definitely straight from the Kevin 07 playbook. And I think it's funny because one of the criticisms that the government kind of levels at Albanese is that he's never held an economic portfolio. So he's going to use this speech tomorrow to say, you know, show off his economic prowess and explain that he's all about business and that he's spent the past couple of years since Labor lost the last election repairing relationships with the business sector and to show that he's the man to lead the country. So it's very, very interesting and
Absolutely, absolutely. Also, this weekend, South Australia heads to the polls. Marshall backs crucial Morrison. The nation's longest-serving Liberal leader has backed Scott Morrison and his government amid internal concerns about the Prime Minister's potential impact on the party's brand in key states, including South Australia and Victoria. South Australian Premier Stephen Marshall said that Mr Morrison and the federal government had been crucial to South Australia's reform agenda, adding the March 19 state election would be won by the Liberals despite published opinion polls suggesting a possible Labor victory. Liv, do you think that the federal party will be looking to places like South Australia, or if it comes to seeking a sort of referendum on how they'll go come middle of the year for the federal election?
I think they'll definitely be keeping a close eye on what happens there. And I think that it's probably no surprise that Marshall's backed Morrison because he was one of Morrison's few friends at National Cabinet. He had a testy relationship with a lot of the Labor premiers, for example. So, look, I think at this stage, the government is looking for kind of any signs that they can and want to see sort of where the polls are going. So definitely they'll be keeping an eye on the state election as well.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting because I think unlike 2019, it's going to be composite seats from around the country. So I think all eyes will be on any type of polling that they don't have to pay for in the lead up to May 2022, that's for sure.